the Song of Enlightenment. There is the leisurely one, walking the way, beyond love of wisdom, not avoiding fantasy, not seeking truth. The real nature of ignorance is the awakened one nature itself. The empty delusory body is the very body of sacred reality. When the sacred reality body awakens completely, there is nothing at all. The source of our self-nature is the awakened one of innocent truth. Mental and physical reactions come and go like clouds in the empty sky. Greed, hatred, and ignorance appear and disappear like bubbles on the surface of the sea. When we realize actuality, there is no distinction between mind and thing, and the path to hell instantly vanishes. If this is a lie to fool the world, my tongue may be cut out forever. Once we awaken to the egoless, self-meditative absorption, the 6 noble deeds and the 10,000 good actions are already complete within us. In our dream, we see the 6 levels of illusion clearly. After we awaken, the whole universe is empty. No bad fortune, no good fortune, no loss, no gain. Never seek such things in eternal serenity. For years, the dusty mirror has gone uncleaned. Now let us polish it completely, once and for all. Who has no thought? Who is not born? If we are truly not born, we are not unborn either. Ask a robot if this is not so. How can we realize ourselves by virtuous deeds or by seeking the awakened one? Release your hold on earth, water, fire, wind. Drink and eat as you wish in eternal serenity. All things are transient and completely empty. This is the great enlightenment of the egoless self. Transience, emptiness, and enlightenment. These are the ultimate truths of the study of the awakened state. Keeping and teaching them is true Sangha devotion. If you don't agree, please ask me about it. Cut out directly the root of it all. This is the very point of the awakened one seal. I can't respond to any concern about leaves and branches. People do not recognize the radiating jewel. Living intimately within the egoless self-womb, it operates our sight, hearing, smell, taste, sensation, awareness. And all of these are empty, yet not empty. The rays shining from this perfect radiating jewel have the form of no form at all. Clarify the 5 eyes and develop the 5 powers. This is not intellectual work. Just realize, just know. It is not difficult to see images in a mirror, but who can take hold of the moon in the water? Always working alone, always walking alone. The enlightened one walks the freeway of nirvana, with melody that is old and clear in spirit, and naturally elegant in style, but with body that is tough and bony, passing unnoticed in the world. We know that the awakened one clan's sons and daughters are poor in body, but not in the way. In their poverty, they always wear ragged clothing, but they have the jewel of no price treasured within. This jewel of no price can never be used up, though they spend it freely to help people they meet. Sacred reality body, bliss body, manifestation body, and the 4 kinds of wisdom are all contained within. The 8 kinds of emancipation and the 6 universal powers are all impressed on the ground of their mind. The best student goes directly to the ultimate. The others are very learned, but their faith is uncertain. Remove the dirty garments from your own mind. Why should you show off your outward striving? Some may slander, some may abuse. They try to set fire to the divine realms with a torch and end by merely tiring themselves out. I hear their scandal as though it were nourishing truth. Immediately everything melts, and I enter the place beyond thought and words. When I consider the virtue of abusive words, I find the scandalmonger is my good teacher. If we do not become angry at gossip, we have no need for powerful endurance and compassion. To be mature in meditative absorption is to be mature in expression, and full moon brilliance of meditation and deep knowledge does not stagnate in emptiness. Not only can I take hold of complete enlightenment by myself, but all awakened one bodies, like sands of the great river, can become awakened in exactly the same way. The incomparable lion roar of doctrine shatters the brains of the 100 kinds of animals. Even the king of elephants will run away, forgetting his pride. Only the divine dragon listens calmly with pure delight. I wandered over rivers and seas, crossing mountains and streams, visiting teachers, asking about the way in personal interviews. Since I recognized the 6th founding teacher at the place of the temple, Zrania, I know what is beyond the relativity of birth and death. Walking is meditative absorption. Sitting is meditative absorption. Speaking or silent, active or quiet, the essence is at peace. Even facing the sword of death, our mind is unmoved. Even drinking poison, our mind is quiet. Our teacher, the sage, met Lightbringer, awakened one, and for many eons he trained as patient one, the ascetic. Many births, many deaths. I am serene in this cycle. There is no end to it. Since I abruptly realized the unborn, I have had no reason for joy or sorrow at any honor or disgrace. I have entered the deep mountains to silence and beauty. In a profound valley beneath high cliffs, I sit under the old pine trees. Zazen in my rustic cottage is peaceful, lonely, and truly comfortable. When you truly awaken, you have no formal merit. In the multiplicity of the relative world, you cannot find such freedom. Self-centered merit brings the joy of the divine peace realm itself, but it is like shooting an arrow at the sky. When the force is exhausted, it falls to the earth, and then everything goes wrong. Why should this be better than the true way of the Absolute, directly penetrating the ground of egoless self? Just take hold of the source, and never mind the branches. It is like a treasure moon, enclosed in a beautiful emerald. Now I understand this radiating jewel, and my gain is the gain of everyone endlessly. The moon shines on the river, the wind blows through the pines. Whose providence is this long, beautiful evening? The awakened one nature jewel of morality is impressed on the ground of my mind, and my robe is the dew, the fog, the cloud, and the mist. A bowl once calmed dragons, and a staff separated fighting tigers. The rings on this staff jingle musically. The form of these expressions is not to be taken lightly. The treasure staff of the egoless self has left traces for us to follow. The awakened one does not seek truth, does not cut off delusion. Truth and delusion are both vacant and without form, but this no form is neither empty nor not empty. It is the truly real form of the egoless self. The mind mirror is clear, so there are no obstacles. Its brilliance illuminates the universe to the depths and in every grain of sand. Multitudinous things of the universe are all reflected in the mind, and this full clarity is beyond inner and outer. To live in nothingness is to ignore cause and effect. This chaos leads only to disaster. The one who clings to vacancy, rejecting the world of things, escapes from drowning but leaps into fire, holding truth and rejecting delusion. These are but skillful lies. Students who do seated meditation by such lies love thievery in their own children. They miss the sacred reality treasure. They lose accumulated power, and this disaster follows directly upon dualistic thinking. So meditative absorption is the complete realization of mind, the complete cutting off of delusion, the power of wise vision penetrating directly to the unborn. Students of Vigorous will hold the sword of wisdom. The deep knowledge edge is a diamond flame. It not only cuts off useless knowledge, but also exterminates delusions. They roar with sacred reality thunder. They strike the sacred reality drum. They spread clouds of love and pour nourishing rain. Their giant footsteps nourish limitless beings. Listener, solitary one, light-bearer, all are enlightened. 5 kinds of human nature, all are emancipated. High in the tallest mountains, only unworldly grass grows. Here, cows produce pure and delicious milk, and this food I continually enjoy. One complete nature passes to all natures. One universal, sacred reality encloses all sacred realities. One moon is reflected in many waters. All the water moons are from the one moon. The sacred reality body of all awakened ones has entered my own nature, and my nature becomes one with the egoless self. One level completely contains all levels. It is not matter, mind, nor activity. In an instant, 80,000 teachings are fulfilled. In a twinkling, the evil of eons is destroyed. All categories are no category. What relation have these to my insight? Beyond praise, beyond blame, like space itself, it has no bounds. Right here, it is eternally full and serene. If you search elsewhere, you cannot see it. You cannot grasp it. You cannot reject it. In the midst of not gaining, in that condition you gain it. It speaks in silence. In speech you hear its silence. The great way has opened, and there are no obstacles. If someone asks, "What is your sect, and how do you understand it?" I reply, "The power of tremendous deep knowledge." People say it is positive, people say it is negative, but they do not know. A smooth road, a rough road, even the divine peace realm cannot imagine. I have continued my seated meditation for many eons. I do not say this to confuse you. I raised the sacred reality banner and set forth our teaching. It is the clear doctrine of the awakened one, which I found with my teacher, insightful one, great radiant sage, became the awakened one's successor, received the lamp and passed it on. 28 generations of teachers in the land, then over seas and rivers to our land. Enlightenment, sacred reality, came as our own first founder, and his robe, as we all know, passed through 6 teachers here. And how many generations to come may gain the path, no one knows. The truth is not set forth. The false is basically vacant. Put both existence and non-existence aside, then even non-vacancy is vacant. The 20 kinds of vacancy have no basis, and the oneness of the egoless self-being is naturally sameness. Mind is the base, phenomena are dust, yet both are like a flaw in the mirror. When the flaw is brushed aside, the light begins to shine. When both mind and phenomena are forgotten, then we become naturally genuine. Ah, the degenerate materialistic world. People are unhappy. They find self-control difficult. In the centuries since the sage's clan, false views are deep, demons are strong, the sacred reality is weak, disturbances are many. People hear the awakened one's doctrine of immediacy, and if they accept it, the demons will be crushed as easily as a roofing tile. But they cannot accept. What a pity. Your mind is the source of action. Your body is the agent of calamity. No pity nor blame to anyone else. If you don't seek an invitation to hell, never slander the egoless self's true teaching. In the sandalwood forest there is no other tree. Only the lion lives in such deep, luxuriant woods, wandering freely in a state of peace. Other animals and birds stay far away. Just baby lions follow the parent, and 3-year-olds already roar loudly. How can the jackal pursue the king of the sacred reality, even with the 100,000 demonic arts? The awakened one's doctrine of directness is not a matter for human emotion. If you doubt this or feel uncertain, then you must discuss it with me. This is not the free reign of a mountain monk's ego. I fear your training may lead to wrong views of permanent soul or complete extinction. Being is not being. Non-being is not non-being. Miss this rule by a hair, and you are off by 1,000 miles. Understanding it, the dragon child abruptly attains awakened onehood. Misunderstanding it, the greatest scholar falls into hell. From my youth I piled studies upon studies. In threads and manuals I searched and researched, classifying terms and forms, oblivious to fatigue. I entered the sea to count the sands in vain, and then the egoless self scolded me kindly as I read, "What profit in counting your neighbor's treasure?" My work had been scattered and entirely useless. For years I was dust blown by the wind. If the seed nature is wrong, misunderstandings arise, and the awakened one's doctrine of immediacy cannot be attained. The hearing and solitary students may study earnestly, but they lack aspiration. Others may be very clever, but they lack deep knowledge. Stupid ones, childish ones, they suppose there is something in an empty fist. They mistake the pointing finger for the moon. They are idle dreamers lost in form and sensation, not supposing something is the egoless self. This is truly called the sound observer, the light-bearer who sees freely. When awakened, we find action-based hindrances fundamentally empty. But when not awakened, we must repay all our debts. The hungry are served a king's repast, and they cannot eat. The sick meet the king of doctors. Why don't they recover? The practice of meditative absorption in this greedy world. This is the power of wise vision. The lotus lives in the midst of the fire. It is never destroyed. The main hero broke the gravest precepts, but he went on to realize the unborn. The awakened onehood he attained in that moment lives with us now in our time. The incomparable lion roar of the doctrine. How sad that people are stubbornly ignorant, just knowing that crime blocks enlightenment, not seeing the secret of the egoless self-teaching. 2 monks were guilty of murder and carnality. Their leader, one of the 10 disciples of the awakened one, had the light of a glowworm. He just added to their guilt. Undefiled fame cleared their doubts at once as sunshine melts the frost and snow. The remarkable power of emancipation works, wonders innumerable as the sands of the great river. To this we offer clothing, food, bedding, medicine. 10,000 pieces of gold are not sufficient. Though you break your body and your bones become powder, this is not enough for repayment. One vivid word surpasses millions of years of practice. The king of the sacred reality deserves our highest respect. Egoless selves, innumerable as sands of the great river, all prove this fact by their attainment. Now I know what the radiating jewel is. Those who believe this will gain it accordingly. When we see truly, there is nothing at all. There is no person. There is no awakened one. Innumerable things of the universe are just bubbles on the sea. Wise sages are all like flashes of lightning. However, the burning iron ring revolves around my head. With bright completeness of meditation and deep knowledge, I never lose my equanimity. If the sun becomes cold and the moon hot, evil cannot shatter the truth. The carriage of the elephant moves like a mountain. How can the mantis block the road? The great elephant does not loiter on the rabbit's path. Great enlightenment is not concerned with details. Don't belittle the sky by looking through a pipe. If you still don't understand, I will settle it for you.